everybody, welcome to Scary Music Party. It is Saturday, July 24th, and I'm your host, Sarah. I am super excited to be here, as always, and what a great week. I mean, every week lately has been great with Scarypoolparty. There's just so much coming out, and so much, good feeling going on. I absolutely love it. We started off this week with a few posts by SPP talking about the darkness, and, he is very proud of this song, and I'm happy. I am so proud of him, and this song is a masterpiece, in every single way. It is technically probably so hard. I don't think I've even seen a cover of it yet, and if you don't see a cover, that it's a little difficult to play. So I am super looking forward to seeing people cover the song, because I think it is really, really difficult. And you know what? He created a beautiful piece of music, and he has every reason to be proud of it. And yeah, I love the darkness. The orchestral version of it was even better than I could have imagined it to be. And that's saying a lot, because the acoustic version was pretty impressive. Hearing it live was super impressive. So that's a high bar to me. And to bring out that song with the orchestral elements that it has, and the way that the song is just, it's so moody and so haunting, and I love the strings in it. And he said that too, that he loves the strings and he's super proud of it. But it is beautiful. It is a beautiful song. I love his ability to transform music into this story, and I always feel like I'm listening to a story by him, right? It doesn't matter what music it is. It could be industrial, it could be classical, it doesn't matter. It always reminds me of a story. I'm going to play the orchestral version right now, and I'll be right back. So in addition to The Darkness, which came out last week, he also surprised everybody with this release of a song called Rebirth and Peace. It's an instrumental song, and his depth as a person is absolutely amazing. I am obsessed with this piece of music. I listened to it a lot in the last week, and someone said the video reminds them of a tapestry, and I completely agree with that. I think it's such a beautiful piece of music, and the video surrounds this goat dying and being eaten alive by dogs, and then it fades to a figure that looks like SPP crying. And I love the representation of the tears in the music. It sounds like a piano, and I think it is a piano. I'm not a music expert, so it's sometimes hard for me to talk about his music intelligently, but it does sound like a piano to me with the tears. And he's always so expressive like that in his music. And I talked just a little while ago about the fact that I always feel like I'm hearing a story. And so you hear the plants start to grow and the strings come in. And it's like a seed is planted from the tears, and the things around him start to grow, and you hear more and more instruments as the song goes along. And you see this goat come in and kind of lays down on him, and animals start to appear among the purple, pink, and yellow flowers. It's almost as if he starts to see beauty around him, giving birth to a new world, and it grows and grows. And at the end frame, which is, it kind of fades out and you see a single flower, which to me just says it all started with one flower, with one seed. And oh my God, the symbolism in this song. I love the symbolism of Scarypoolparty. I think that he is an extremely deep individual, and I love the fact that he puts so much symbolism into his music. And I'm sure that we don't even understand half of it, but I know that it's there, and some of it I do see, and I love that. I love that he does that. The other interesting thing is I opened this in a music program, because I download the music for the radio show, and the song itself kind of looks like an arrow. Like the music just grows and grows and grows to the end, and then it just drops off. And he's been doing that in some of his songs. Like he's doing this build up and drop off, and I love it. Like it's so like tension building, and wow, I don't know. He's so amazing. And the thing about this song is, like, this song didn't even make the album. So, and this song is so beautiful. So, can you even imagine what the album is going to sound like if this one didn't make the cut? I don't know. Like, I'm just floored by the enormity of his talent at this point. Like, we all knew he had it, right? Like, we've been talking about this for years, how talented he is and how much lies underneath, the surface, and that he is a prodigy. And man, you can hear that in his latest clips and his latest releases, because there's just nobody that does the stuff he does. I'm convinced of it. And, I'm not putting down other musicians when I say that, because I do think that there are some amazing musicians out there, but there's only one Scarypoolparty, and I am pretty sure of it. But I don't know. So I'm going to play Rebirth and Peace for you, because it's one of my new favorite songs in the classical genre. And granted, I don't have a ton of songs to go on from that genre, but I have a feeling I will soon. And two, I just can't get enough of this song. Like, I just love to listen to it. So there it is, the most recent release by Scarypoolparty, called Rebirth and Peace, one of my favorites that's been released so far. He's only released a couple of clips of the orchestral music, and he has released some of the songs, as we know. He's released The Darkness and Friends and Cell Phones, and I don't even remember what else at this point, but there's a lot. But it has 21 tracks, so I think it's safe to say there will be a lot of new music on this album, and yeah, I can't wait for it. And also the Darkness video comes out this Friday, and of course I have to work, but I will be sneaking off to a bathroom somewhere to watch it, because I don't want to miss it. It looks amazing, and it looks like he's doing some of that slow capture video that he did in Room Full of Cards, which also one of my favorite songs right now. I am kind of obsessed with that song as well. Obsessed with a lot of songs recently, but Room Full of Cards definitely has been on my mind a lot. So, yeah, and The Act of Forgiveness comes out on August 27th, so mark your calendars. Don't miss it. Make sure you buy it, please. Buy. Pre-save when the pre-save comes out, because Twin Shadow did an excellent post one day explaining why pre-saves help the artist. And honestly, I didn't know that, but it kind of creates the heat factor on a song and determines where it is in the charts according to how many people pre-save the album. So make sure you pre-save it, and yeah, I can't wait. I think this album is going to be it. I think this is going to be the album. I just feel it in my heart and soul. And I think that I'm hoping, I keep saying I think, but I am hoping that Falling Down is on this album, because, wow, it's going to make me cry. I'm already prepared for that. And feel everything, and I'm already prepared for that. And yeah, I just can't wait. So on Wednesday, Sam Harris of the X Ambassadors released an Instagram story saying, "I can't believe we're going on tour with this talented human, at Scarypoolparty the legend." And I am super happy, and he was singing the song, which I thought was amazing, right? Because I'm super happy, and I stated this before, that he is doing a tour like this. And I'll reiterate, what I've always said is, legends are born, not made. He was a legend out of the gate. And he's always had this vibe that was bigger than he is, right? Like he just oozes this kind of artistic integrity that is really hard to find. And I've always felt since the second I saw him that he was more than American Idol. Like, I just knew that he was going to be bigger than that show. And I know that it's taking a while and some fans are like stressed out and worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I think he is very smart. He knows exactly what he needs to do. And I think that even if he didn't, he would study it until he did know. Because that's what he did with guitar, right? Like he learns until he knows what to do, and he learns from everyone. And, you know, I think he takes a lot of cues from the people around him that are in the industry, like Darren King and, you know, Nothing Nowhere, and all of these people that have kind of experienced this. I think he listens to everything everybody says and then weighs and measures it and decides what he needs to do. And I think he absolutely has a plan. And I think this album, and I keep saying it, but the act of forgiveness, I think is going to show a different side to him, and a side that the music industry is going to be floored by. And I hope that that's true. And even if it's not, and I'm wrong, and this isn't the album, I think this album will definitely put him on the map as far as people taking him seriously. And that's saying a lot, because I do think that people take him seriously now. I think he is the darling of the industry because he's so artistic. And I think people just want to be around him and they want to record with him. And that is an amazing thing. You know, and everybody that meets him loves him. And they say that he is like the nicest guy they've ever met. And he's super genuine. And he is such an artist. And they all say these same things. I mean, when you have Billie Eilish's brother telling you that Scarypoolparty is the GOAT, you probably should listen to that, because I was floored by that. Like, his sister is Billie Eilish. And when Phineas made that post, I was just blown away. I am so super excited for his future. And I think that, you know, while he is this guy, I think he's beyond titles and awards and money. And even though I want all those things for him, and I think that that will come, I do. I think he deserves it, but I also think he doesn't need it. I think that he would be just as happy making a living from music and doing what he loves rather than winning a Grammy. And I could see that for him. I can see him just wanting to do what he wants to do. And I'm super happy with what he wants to do. So I am all for that plan if that's what he wants. I want him to win awards. And I want everybody else to embrace the fact that he is the genius that I think he is. But that said, like, that's what I want. And whatever he wants or whatever direction he wants to go, I am super proud of him as a human, as an artist. And, you know, I think that we need more people like Scarypoolparty in the world. And he is just so genuine, and he's such a good guy. Like, if everybody could just look at him and see that and hear the beauty in his music, I'm convinced that the world would fall in love with him the way that we have. You know, like, it's just this thing. We're going to move on. So I decided to go over the tour dates because there's so many at this point. Like, he has a lot of tour dates coming up. So Summer Camp Music Festival is coming up August 20th. Bonnaroo is coming up September 2nd. Then we have the Beautiful Liar Tour, which starts out in San Diego on October 15th and ends in Los Angeles, California on November 20th. And that is going through a lot of cities. I mean, it's San Diego, Tempe, Tulsa, Austin, Nashville, Louisville, Asheville, Tennessee, New York, Boston, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., San Francisco, Toronto, Detroit, Chicago, Indianapolis, Milwaukee, Kansas City, Minneapolis, Denver, Salt Lake City, Garden City, Seattle, Spokane, Portland, Sacramento, and Los Angeles. So ending up in his hometown. I'm super excited for this tour. I think it's awesome that he is going to be playing with the X-Ambassadors. And yeah, I hope that he gets some much needed exposure. They do have a younger audience, so that's awesome. They are also very big in Europe, so I'm hoping that some of that kind of rubs off on Scarypoolparty. I love his fan base. I do. I would love to see younger fans in his fan base too, because he's a young guy. Like, he's 26, and it would be awesome to see younger people embrace his music the way we have, because I think they need it. Like, it's so emotional. And I was talking to a friend about this the other day, about how I feel like in the world we've kind of been hardened to emotion, and we kind of say we're fine, and I talk about this a lot, but it's true. And we're kind of programmed to just suck it up and be okay, and always be fine. We're always fine. It's not good to be emotional, and we're taught that as well. Boys are taught that, right? But girls are just emotional, and then somehow, I don't know if we grow out of it or what happens, but I feel like the media is responsible for some of that. I think we're so desensitized to feeling that we just kind of forget about it. And it's sad. I love that I can feel all the emotions with Scarypoolparty music. And, I'm never going to stop. I've always been an emotional person anyway, but I love that, I have not stopped feeling. In 2022, he has Mad Cool Festival coming up July 8th in 2022, Brighton, UK, July 10th. 2022, London, UK, July 11th, Bristol, UK, July 12th, Manchester, UK, July 14th, Dublin, Ireland, July 15th, Belfast, July 16th, and Edinburgh, July 18th. So lots of tour dates coming up, and I'm sure there'll be more. I hope there will be more. And yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I was really hoping that he would do some music festivals this year, and I feel like he did a couple, right? Obviously he did summer camp in Bonnaroo, but I would have loved to see him at Lala again. I just feel like I missed that whole festival year, and it's sad to me. I mean, on the other hand, I got to see the California show, which I think is still my favorite show ever. I love the summer tour, of course, but the California show was just special during COVID, and I don't know, I'm always going to hold that close to my heart, But it is what it is, but first we're going to take a break and listen to some music. And I have a song from way back when, and I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to move on to some SPP and Friends news. So, in SPP's universe, lots going on around the SPP verse, or the scary verse. I could call it all kinds of things, the Alleyverse. I think Alleyverse was my favorite, though. But Max was flexing his musical muscles on IG this week, and Max, I think, is extremely talented. I enjoy his page. He posts a lot of funny things there, and I visit his page pretty often. I can't wait for new music from Max and Travis. I think it's coming soon. Max, Travis, and Andy, I believe. So yeah, moving on to DK. So somebody posted an interview on the group that DK is playing another show with SPP. Everybody's thinking it's Bonnaroo because that's where he lives, in Tennessee. And he had nothing but amazing things to say about Scarypoolparty. He said that he's one of the nicest, most genuine people that he's ever met. And he feels like that's a new thing, which I was like, okay, I think old people are nice too. But I do think that there is this general feeling of niceness going around, and I feel it too. So maybe it is from the younger audience. I so wish that I was going to Bonnaroo, but I am working that weekend and it's sold out. So there is no chance for me. He also released an adorable loop of Hello Kitty that he made for his daughter. And I love that they seem to raise their children around music and creating. And I think that's awesome. They're like the coolest family on the planet. I'm convinced. He also posted a setup from a picture in Nashville that it looked like he was playing for the Ryman in Nashville at a theater. I'm not sure where because I'm not that familiar with Nashville. Andy, besides becoming a new dad not too long ago, was also flexing his amazing skills on IG with a drum solo. He is so amazing. Like, I just feel, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he just surrounds himself with like the most talented people on the planet. Like, they're just drawn to him, right? Like, I think Andy is an amazing drummer. I think DK is an amazing drummer. Speaking of immensely talented people, Twin Shadow's new album number 5 is out. It is self-named Twin Shadow, so please go buy it. And I do believe there's a vinyl out as well, which I'm going to be ordering as soon as payday arrives, which is hopefully, well, it is soon. It's tomorrow, so I'll be ordering it this weekend. Little Narnia hasn't been that active lately. He put up an Instagram story for a song called Fallen Leaves in My Front Yard, which was released in 2020 and was a collaboration with Fatsy. And it's a really beautiful song. I really like it. Nothing Nowhere hit the interview path this week with 100 Words or Less podcast. It also looks like he got a new motorcycle. I just sold my motorcycle. I was very sad about it, but I never ride it anymore, and I'm a little terrified of other people driving. And I think that time for me is gone, so I did sell my bike, but it was a bittersweet ending, I guess. Fabian put up a post about homegrown creativity at the Fox Pomona Theater, which, dare we dream, is it a set for a new video for Scarypoolparty? I really hope so. That said, I'm sure he works with a lot of people, but I would love to see more videos with Scarypoolparty. I would especially love to see more videos like Escape, because that video for me was like an animator's dream. I think that video was so good for so many reasons, and I think I'll go watch it after I'm done. Jordy posted a new pic with SPP sporting very similar dues, although his was more pink than red. And he did say that in another post, Pretty in Pink, which is a throwback to one of my favorite movies in the 80s. His hair is pink. He looks great. Jordy always has like killer fashion, in my opinion. I think he is like super stylish. I love his like alternative, like tattooed look. I think it's very creative and individual, and I'm all about being an individual. So yeah, I'm getting new tattoos soon. I want to get one of those really shaded tattoos. I'm getting All the Lies in Me. I'm going to get the line, "Someone please reveal all the lies in me," which is from one of my favorite songs by Scarypoolparty. And I don't want to be like blatant about it, and I feel like the symbol's already been done by Tom, so I want to get something a little more understated, just with lyrics that mean a lot to me. And I have never gotten an artist on my body before, so I think it's a new chapter, but I've donated a lot of time to this, and yeah, Scarypoolparty is part of my life, so I'm excited to do it. I'm going to take a break here, and I'm going to play a song by Twin Shadow from his new album, Twin Shadow. Probably play Johnny and Johnny, and I'll be back after that, so stay tuned. So it's time for the weekly stats. On Instagram, he lost 953 followers for a total of 623,789 followers. On Twitter, he lost 35 followers for a total of 60,196. Facebook stayed the same. On TikTok, he gained 2,500 followers for a total of 40,600 followers on there. On YouTube, he also stayed the same for 160,000. YouTube, it's harder to track because we can't see the actual number. But Out Loud gained 1,055 streams for 1.3 million. Unnamed, the song gained 36 for 91,000. Sun Stop Rising gained 34 for 77,386. Poison gained 855 for 870,189. 10 Years gained 474 for a total of 493,204. Blessers 701,000 for 584,809. And moving on, and I'm not going to go through all of them. The Friends video gained 2,660 for a total of 24,130. Roomful of Cards 1,365 for 73,568. On Exit Forum, the biggest amount was Tonight with 1,055 streams for a total of 851,295. On Doom Hologram, the biggest gainer was Judas with 137 streams for a total of 43,569. On Los Angeles, it was Universe for the win for 66,758. On The Act of Forgiveness, The Darkness was 4,099 for a total of 4,099 because that's a new song this week. And Friends gained 551 for a total of 21,365. So making a lot of headway on YouTube. He had 22,298 streams this week for a total of 7,307,167. On Spotify, he lost 1,529 listeners for a total of 224,848, but he gained 246 followers for a total of 96,720 followers. His biggest gainer was Return to Sender with 38,234. Also up there was Out Loud with 20,953. Home had 10,019. 10 Years had 6,731. Fading Away had 5,509. Return to Sender is up to 2,389,779. The biggest gainer on Los Angeles was 4,086 for Universe, which is now up to 213,098, which I love that song, so I'm super happy. And The Act of Forgiveness, The Darkness gained 6,329 streams. Friends gained 5,820 streams. His total this week, 110,133 for a total of 22,432,391 all time. On Deezer, he gained 5 followers. Still don't know what Deezer is, but he has a total of 681 fans on there. And on SoundCloud, he has 8,862 followers, with the biggest being Out Loud with 125 streams. SoundCloud is like, it trickles through, but there's still people that listen there. 699 streams on SoundCloud for a total of 611,777 all time. And this week, total all platforms, 133,130 streams this week for a total of 30,351,335. So this is going to grow. I'm probably going to do the biggest gainers from each category every week, just because we have a lot to track right now, and I haven't even decided how I'm going to split this up because YouTube and Spotify are so huge, and we have to add like 21 new rows. So I'm probably going to split them into pages, I think. I don't know, but I'll think about that later. We're going to take a music break right now, and I'll be back after that. Welcome back, everybody. And that, of course, was All the Lies in Me. And perhaps the biggest, well, at least one of the biggest things this week is that we are officially cleared to go back into the studio. So I am going to try to do this show live every 2 weeks, and then I have to work one weekend, so the show will not be live that week because I work like a week where I work like 7 days straight, and I can't do the show that weekend. So I will probably do the show for 2 weeks live, and then I will repeat the show on the third week from one of the weeks, whichever one's the best. But this show in particular is going to be more of a podcast format. So if you want to call in and talk about Scary Pool Party live, we can definitely do that on the air and kind of debate his greatest songs, which should, a lot of people have a lot of opinions. So, but we will be going live again. I'm not exactly sure when that's starting, but hopefully really soon. I'm going to check on that probably sometime soon. I'll check on when we're going back into the studio. I believe it's in August. So hopefully, we will be there and be able to do that. That would be amazing. I miss being on the air live. It's been a long time, over a year and a half since I've been on the air, which, by the way, I've never understood because we are in the studio alone. Particularly me, because I don't have a sound engineer. I do everything myself. So it never really made sense to me why we had to stop going to the studio. But now that we're back, I'm really hoping to do kind of live, discussion format. And hopefully we can have a couple people join in. I'm not sure how that's all going to work. I have to do a test run first, just for this show. Scary Fan Party will still be the same. Alt Nation will still be the same. But yeah, this show is going to be a little different. So we'll have to see, I don't know. I'm super excited about it though. And that's it for this week. I know the show is a little short this week, but I need to record the other shows, and I hope to see you guys around on the Facebook group. I have to work for the next 7 days, so I will be sparse online for the next 7 days. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I'm out of here. Bye.